Good morning. It's a snow day. It really is. Look, I'm going to show you what's going on out there. Look at that. Yeah. So, yeah. No one is getting out of this village today, let me tell you. We tried. Tried to get out. And, and the car in front of us slid back down, wheels spinning. Yeah, not going to happen. Really not going to happen today. So, thanks to the joy. Oh, it's John. Morning, John.
It works. Oh my goodness,
I know.
this is fabulous.
I know. Isn't this amazing? Thanks to the joy of technology.
I tell you, it's phenomenal.
I know.
However, I think you've got a better outfit than I do today.
I don't have lilies on my nipples.
This is
and
true.
If anyone is stealing the outfit show,
Don't forget it. Hello, Emily. Did you go to bed? Did you go to bed? Can I phone Santa and tell him you went to bed and you were a lovely girl as always?
Eventually.
Oh, but that's half the fun.
Is it? Is it though?
Now, Tash, you see the usual thing that I do before going live with you. I've got to have my coffee. So I'm busy just putting the coffee together.
Oh, no, do it. Do you know what I've done this morning? Whoops. I'm trying to put you in a stand. Hang on. I've had my coffee. Coffee is done. Emily, can you go back into your bedroom, please? Because we're not crafting this well. We are crafting, not that yet. Bye, darling. So this is, I'm so pleased that this appears to have worked. Somebody else is trying to join us.
No, love you lots.
But we know there's not enough space. It's just
only if Gemma joins, maybe Gemma, but I think Gemma would just be a bit.
Gemma. No, Gemma has lots of things to load on the Book of Face on our website today. So for those of you that have managed to join, thank you so much. Like I say, I tried to get out of the village. The car in front, wheel span, it slid back down the hill towards me. At that point, I went, don't like this, and thought no.
Well, I can show you mine.
Go on.
Because of course
we live on
a private road.
Ooh.
That's my driveway. So that's not going anywhere.
Oh, that's all the fun. Morning, everybody. But I quite like this. The school messaged about 8:30 and went, soz. No.
Well, it's also more about you being safe, driving all that way from that there Cornwall.
Oh, what?
Now you remember how you were putting yourself in a stand?
No, no, and also the M5 was shut.
Oh, helpful.
So that wouldn't have worked.
See? Nipples.
Oh,
I don't know why I chose this. I thought it was expensive.
Beautiful placement.
And it's freezing cold and I'm in short sleeves.
I expect your heating is on. I've got to check my oil gauge today and check I have enough for Christmas.
You need to order that quite soon. There's a long waiting list for oils. But you see, we the heating can only be on until 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Because we have underfloor heating. So I have no shoes on because I'm touching my lovely warm floors. It's lovely. But yes, it's not a joke with electricity prices right now. So can we just all say hello to Johannesburg mug?
Oh, hello, Johannesburg mug. Yeah, no, Jean underneath us, she heats us, which is very kind of her. My new
but can we take a moment? Can we just take a moment and talk about the product for today?
Yeah, can we say hello to everyone first, though, John? Because
of course you do that while I get ready.
Joined us. So Christine's here. Good morning, and Di. Good morning, and Sean and Rona. Good morning, and Carol and Diane. You've all found us. Well done, Lizette. Hello, and Francis and Moira and Jenny. Good morning, and Gloria and Julia, and Carolyn and Bridget. Good morning, and Janet. Oh, I cannot join this morning on account of lots to do, lots to load, and not being presentable. Gemma's still in bed with her dog.
Gemma. I don't look presentable and I'm here. Gemma, can I show everybody your quilt?
Oh, yeah. Morning, Yvonne. Morning, Di. She says, well done, you 2 stars. Well, I don't know about that. And isn't it clever? Oh, so this is what John's been doing for Gemma. That is very beautiful. Have you long arm quilted it? You have, haven't you, clever old
I have,
stick?
and you can see it's called Bubbles Vine Meander.
Ah. Oh, that's gorgeous.
It's
Love that.
quite pretty, isn't it?
Yeah. Beautiful.
That they winter wall hanging in it.
Yes,
But I
sure.
love it because I say, do you want me to put the binding on and stitch it on? And she's like, no, I love hand binding. So she could do her own binding. It's a 2-person quilt then.
She's weird. Yeah, you both made it then.
Yeah.
Morning, Julia. She says, hello, this is different. I'm hoping different in a good way. It's the only way that we could get us both there safely. Morning, Rona. Lovely to see you. We have a Ukrainian family in the village. They are absolutely gorgeous. And I have to say, kudos to the eldest girl, who is 10, should be 11 this year. When they learnt they were coming over to live in the UK, she put an app on her phone to learn English. Her English is phenomenal. She reads out an assembly every week. But I was talking to the mum who was laughing about the weather warnings that we get for -2. She's like, -25? What's with the weather warnings for -2? We're like, the UK doesn't work with a minus.
Being from South Africa, when we get a weather warning that it's 30, the average temperature in that's a normal cold summer's day. And it was like, drink water, don't go in the sun. And you're like, really?
We have to be told these things. Yeah, no, she was just laughing. She was laughing her head off. She's like, what happens? I'm like, nothing works.
Exactly.
Nothing works.
But the thing is, like today,
railways won't work.
We've had weather warnings, but what it does is it shows us that people haven't bought oil and we haven't bought salt. So we need to go and get those now. So Amazon prices will be through the roof to get them all.
Yeah, but yeah. Yeah. Fair enough.
Is what it is.
Well, I did have oil. I just don't know if I've still got oil because I might have used some oil.
It's your first time having oil, isn't it?
Well, that I've been responsible for ordering. I normally had someone that did that. That wasn't a me problem.
That was a blue job.
That was a blue, exactly. That was a blue job. And now it's all pink jobs. Morning, Sarah. Morning, Alison. She's up here. Lots of frost and a frozen pipe. Oh, you don't want your pipes frozen. That doesn't sound fun at all. Morning, Jean. Morning, Debbie. She says morning to both of you. Morning, Helen. Morning, Jimmy. Morning, Christine. Morning from Denmark.
Was Christine from Denmark?
Yeah.
Hello, Christine.
I think the Danes also do like the cold better than everyone does cold better than
I think we're at -2 and we have about 3 inches of snow. We have shut down. We are no longer an operating country.
Morning, Anne. Morning, Jane. Morning, Joy.
Hi, Anne Davies.
Morning, Sharon. She'd found you at least. Yeah, we're here. Morning, Joy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's very cold and frozen in Bodmin. Anna, isn't it? Isn't it?
Bodmin's where you are.
Well, Bodmin is 20 minutes from me. Yeah. So I'm just very frozen where I am. It's fine. It's fine. I'm right by the river, you see. Morning, Aunt Davies. So anyway, out of our village is up a very steep hill. No, not happening. Not happening at all. Although I do have, I'll show you this, John. You'll hate me.
No, I won't.
You know that bag that you coveted?
Oh, it's hideous. I don't know why you used it. It's so awful.
And it's my backpack. I've got to go up to my mum's and take her some vegetables.
Oh.
I managed to get out.
Yes, you know that bag?
Yeah.
You know that bag?
Yeah.
Can you put that there, Bosal or Soluflix in it to make it more stable?
Only if you do a lining. I did it on the cheap so that you could do it with just a ½ metre of fabric.
But you could if you had a lining, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And if you did the double fusible, you could just...
No,
just checking.
Faye hasn't mentioned it. I do not blame you. Captain Small, what are you doing? You look suspicious. You look like you're up to no good. Yes, you have that smile on. She's got that smile on her face, and she's brought the dog.
Where's Freddie?
Freddie's glued to Minecraft. I won't see him for the day. It's great. That great babysitter. That is Minecraft. Yeah, they let me know this morning about 8:30 that the school wasn't going to open, so I just stuffed them in the bath, and for about an hour. Not gonna lie. Honestly, there's no point. My house was lovely and clean this morning, and then they didn't go to school. So now the detritus that they've managed to create in the space of an hour.
Well, you know me and clean surfaces. I have to have spotless, just a little. I think as you get older, the things that bring you great joy are clean surfaces and no dust. And my cleaner has been poorly for 2 weeks. Oh no!
I think they might have been Mabeled.
Well, I hope it wasn't Emily.
You know, you didn't see what she did to my pom-com Odile Biol cushion, did you? Pulled off all the pom-poms down one side and stuffed them down the back of the sofa.
I can do one better for you. A friend of mine's television remote in the house went missing. But like completely missing. Couldn't find it in the bin, couldn't find it anywhere.
Not even if mummy looked, because like nothing's lost unless I can't find it.
Yep. No, she spent a good week and a half looking for it, ordered a new one, and the day she ordered the new one, she felt at the bottom of the wash basket. There was a hole at the bottom of the wash basket that was in the lining, and they had stuffed the remote control in a pillowcase because they'd broken it and popped it underneath the in the lining. Kids are great,
aren't they?
Hello, the Mabelness. Can I show you something equally as lovely?
I think we know the culprit. Oh yeah, Emily, darling.
So you remember that there, Natasha's sample sale?
This didn't even get on it.
No, because you have to have some privileges. You go in and you go, that's mine. And they're like, no, it's a sample set. I don't care how much. Boop, 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 bing, off you go. But look, this was that day Jane Alcock's. And she made a big one, which I went to the studio last night to quilt the other one and then realised I'd left it home. But look at this fabric. This is by a company called V&Co, and they are renowned for all of their ombres. And you can see just in this tiny little strip of fabric there, how beautiful that all looks. I just love it.
I also love it, and I bought over 30 different shades of the ombre.
You bought the whole collection?
I did buy the whole collection because I just fell in love with it completely and utterly. And you know what? With your little scraps, you can do little things like this.
That is gorgeous. Now, I love that.
This was inspired by my woodland walks.
By who?
Because my woodland walks, because I live right on the edge of the woods now, and they're beautiful. Easy woods are just gorgeous. So I walk the dog in the woods, and the kids are always bringing things home. So I thought, let's have, and I'm always like, you know, take only photographs, leave only footprints. But, you know, a bit of the outdoors in. So these are actually little tea light holders. And I've put kits together with instructions. They should be about £15, £14.99. They're going up today at £9.99, including instructions, and I've filled this with crushed walnut shells.
Best thing to do.
Now, crushed walnut shells, I don't know if you know, crushed walnut shells will just keep your pins sharp.
But it does one step as well with the oil on the shells. As you pierce through them, the oil protects your pins from getting rust. So if you live in a country like we do, which is a bit more moist than most things, have to get the word moist in there, just to make people go, ew. The walnut shells protect your pins from going a bit skanky. Because we all have them. We've all got pin cushions that we've had for years. And then every now and then you'll pull out, ooh. Yeah. It's because of the not having the oil to protect them. So the walnut shells are phenomenal for that. And they're quite hard to come by sometimes.
They are. I remember sitting with being given a bag at Sewing Quarter by one of the buyers. And he's like, he said, they're just so expensive to get in because you have to get them in from America. So anyway, I've got hold of a whole load. These are rose flavored. They smell delicious. Oh, wow. We've got rose and lavender, so you'll get one or the other. But you get everything that you need to make that in the kit. For £9.99, including instructions.
But it's also great for a little secret Santa.
Exactly. But £9.99, including instructions, including the wooden pin cushion, the fabric, the hexiforms, everything, even the cord that goes around. You just need.
Only thing not included are the 3 pins.
The pins. The thread to sew it with, and the glue if you want to glue it all on.
Beautiful.
So there we go.
Yay!
And so that's, do you know what else I've got? And I have to show you these because I want to ask you guys how you want this. because for me this arrived and it's just one of the most beautiful fabrics.
Ooh. Is that her deal?
Guess again.
Who dat?
Who dat?
Because it's not their cave, because he'd have much more around it. That's really pretty. Look at the little bees. No, come back. Come back. I'm not finished. Oh, that's really pretty. Is it a velvet? Very nice. Sorry, girls and boys. That was a little too close to the camera for all of you. I apologize. I'll mute my camera next time. Oh, they got it in the... Oh, that's lovely.
I haven't loaded this yet.
Oh, someone just said by the meter. Can we just give Leslie Smith a massive shout out? Her key is frozen in the front door here in Aberdeenshire. Aberdeenshire. My brother's in Aberdeenshire.
So by the meter, if you want that by the meter, I can do that at a really special price.
Who is
that?
It
should be Robert Kaufman.
Wow.
That should be £10 a half meter.
Wow.
But I am going to put that on at a very special price for you today.
Don't miss out.
I mean, like a very special price.
I have to go back.
Now, today, obviously, normally we would be able to show you lots and lots and lots of goodies.
But we can.
Well, we've got,
I've got the
but,
fabric, yeah.
So, John, here's the thing, right? Because Jane has been busy in the warehouse. Jane has no snow.
Lucky.
Nothing.
Lucky.
Neither does Izzy. Izzy also now has a car that works. So they are both busy beavering away in the warehouse, getting the 12 Days of Christmas out for the last posting day today. But over the weekend, we had a few special offers. Yeah, the fabric, the fabric's going up.
10% off your already reduced bulk sales.
I know. And I don't know if enough people know about that. When they are gone, they are gone. They are already heavily discounted, but if you want to use the code extra 10 bolt, Emily did tell you about it the weekend, extra 10 bolt. Now, if you can't remember these codes because you haven't got a pen to write it down, they're on the top of the website, www.natashamakes.com. That is where you will find the codes to use. I've got 3 different codes that you can use today, only 1 per transaction. You can only use 1 code, only lets you input 1 code. That's all Shopify will let you do. Okay. The other one to look at, so if you want 10% off our already discounted bolt ends, that's where you find it, extra 10 bolt. If you would like 15% off our haberdashery, so Fiskars, hemline, millwood.
Sewline.
I don't know if Sewline was in there, might have been. May or may not have been. I don't know if the SJ added that in. Then NM, Natasha makes NM 15 haberdash. And the other thing is, we have beautiful, beautiful kits by House of Zander. We will never discount their patterns because that's not fair. Okay? We will never discount their patterns. We have that agreement and that stands. But what we do have is a lot of the felt that they use and that we use, and we have that in stock, and we have that by the sheet. So what we've done is taken 15% for today off the felt. So if you buy the patterns, pick your felt that you want, and you can take 15% off that felt, okay? And that is NM, so Natasha makes NM 15 felt. You can use 1 code, or if you don't want to use any of those and you're spending over £50, then you just put in your normal for your free half meter fabric, right? I've got them written down on a piece of paper, and they're all back to front, so that's no good, is it?
Take a photo and put it up.
But they're all on the banners on the top of the website. Okay, so you can find them there. They are all there, but fill your boots.
And
they are there. Go for it.
If you're going to be a big spender, you could buy 1 of each using each code each time.
Yeah, but we just can't combine the postage because you've used a different code on each one. So the other thing,
but if you're buying more than 50 pounds worth, it's going to be too much for the weight of 1 parcel anyway. It'll have to come as 3 parcels. Are you drinking raw whiskey?
Looks like it, doesn't it?
I'm so proud of you. Trapped in mother at home.
Hashtag getting through the day. No, I'm not. The other thing is we have got brand new zip pulls. They just arrived this morning. They are being loaded for today. We've got stars. We've got all sorts of gorgeous, gorgeous zip pulls. The other thing that we've got for you today are, now, you know how we've had our fat quarter trios for the infinity scarves? We've done those with a fat quarter of Kaif and 2 of these ombres. They look stunning.
These ombres are phenomenal.
We have honoured the $9.99 price on those ombres for the fat quarter bundle. We have honoured a 3 fat quarter bundle for $9.99 on those bundles. So have a look at the website. These ombres are just beautiful. They've got a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous look. I've got one here ready to make. Look. So you get that gold hit and then it ombres out. They are just stunning. They're beautiful quality. They're moda. There we go. Yep, John is flashing in a nice way.
When you're ready for me, I'll do it.
And so we've got those. So please do look at the website. I haven't got them here. What I have here is the Kaufman, which Gemma and I need to have a conversation about the prices, because that's going to be an argument, because I'm going to want to do it cheaper than she wants to do it. And that will have to be a battle that I have with her in a minute.
My money's on Gemma.
Do you know what? I do actually get a final say so, as much as she wants to cover us. Emily, what has happened to your face? And your teeth? You've put stickers on your teeth.
It's a grill, Mummy.
This is what happens when you turn your back. You're small and weird, but we love you anyway. Go on. Go and play with Freddie, please. So that's what's happening today. Have a look at the website. Yay. Check it out. John, over to you. What would you like to show us today?
Well, just following on from the V&Co ombres. Now, the first thing everybody says to me when they look ombres, how do I use them? So that is an important question, because it's a beautiful fabric. It is amazing, but how do you actually use them effectively? Anyway. So I've got a couple of things to show you that I've done. Now, you also know that I do not do small quilts, never have. I'm a fat person. My husband is a lovely person. And then, you know, being under one quilt.
You're a what person? What did you just call yourself?
A fat person. Little baby elephant. And I'm okay with that. I'm not being disparaging. I'm okay with who I am. But with that comes giant quilts. So I just started playing. I bought a fat quarter bundle from America before I knew Tash was getting it in, because V&Co, all their ranges, when they come out, I'm like, I am having all of them. And I literally will just buy a fat quarter bundle, and I've got probably 4 collections up in the loft waiting to be used. And then I thought, I had you know when you have an idea and it marinades and it marinades and it marinades and you think, I'm going to try it. So I cut my fat quarter bundle up, made these 2 quilts, and if you join them together as I intend to, it is 82 by 120 inches. It's a beast of a quilt. I think, to be sensible, I'm going to do 82 by 60 twice, and then you can have them on the bed. So it's a bit like the Germans do with the separate duvets. It works, girls, it works. So what I did was I sewed the ombre. So going with the fabric, if you buy with the fabric like you'd be buying from Tash, you'd go from dark to light, back to dark, and then you join it on to dark, going to light to dark. So keeping in that philosophy, these are 15 of the ombres all the way through.
Gorgeous.
And I think it's important to show how you could use the ombres just really simply by just doing straight lines.
Yeah.
Because it's so effective and it works really well. And if I do...
Simple. This is...
Oh, poop. Sorry.
Simple quilting. Morning, Tracy. Really
As
simple.
you can see, I've had to rearrange all the furniture. But you can see this is 60 inches wide. But how effective is that?
Yeah, it's got movement, hasn't it? It's got all that light.
And this will be a long quarter. So if you bought a ½ meter, you'd be able to make 2 of these. And it's 15 different colors. But what I love is it just gives such movement. And then when you get to the middle, you've got those metallic blobs And then when you get to the top, the inverse ones are at the top. So you can see that they gradiate down with the little ombre dots. I think this is just really special. Now, I know a lot of people love the blues and the greens, so this is why the blues and the greens I thought would be really good. But I don't have two people, so I can't show you them together. I won't deny, I'm a blue and green person, but when I did this one, I just thought, oh my
That's rich and decadent.
goodness.
Oh my goodness. That's proper Christmas, that is. Yes, and yes. And
But
yes.
They're so subtle. And again, you've got the dots. Oh, it's all creased, sorry. You've got the dots on the darker section because that's where they concentrate. And then when you go to the middle, you've got the dots in the middle. So a really simple way of using the fabric. Oh, pardon me. And you don't really need a pattern for it because I'll do the demo on a YouTube video because I haven't got more fabric at the minute because I've used it all. But that I thought worked really, really, really well on this fabric. And I can't express how much I love this. And I did really reasonably thick pieces on this because you've got the double length. Because it's 82, I thought you didn't want to have a 40 by 80, so you needed to have a bit of bulk on it.
Just beautiful. I mean, we did have, and I don't know if we've got any left, but we did have the 108, the 108-inch backing in the ombres, and they were stunning. Can I just give a quick shout out to Chris? He says, hi both, just joined you. Well done for finding a way to host the show. Not easy with the children. Gorgeous as they are. Lovely to see John again. He's looking like he's in Hawaii this morning. Morning, Tracy. Morning, Jan. Morning, Robin. Morning, Ginny. Ginny says it's so cold she can't even shuffle across the road to the grit bin. Housebound means a sewing day, yay! And Vicky's already bought the cool ombre pack, so she's going to be making these. So she's looking forward for the inspiration. Julia's had someone ring her. Just don't answer.
Rude.
Just don't answer. No. And Tracy says that's a brilliant way to use fabric. Yes. And Lisa says, wow, gorgeous. I think she's talking about the fabric though, possibly not you, John. Although it might be both. It might be both.
Definitely the fabric, and I'm okay with that.
Emily, you know that those stickers are going to really hurt when I pull them out your hair, don't you?
Emily, I think you have got great taste. Will you tell me honestly what you think of this quilt? Okay? Will you tell me honestly? You ready?
No.
Oh,
I love it.
You love it.
there we go.
I love
Emily
it.
endorsed. But Emily, look at the quilting. Do you see the little circles?
Isn't that beautiful? John did that
Last night. In the middle of the night.
Lastminute.com. Where did you even get these?
But I think it's important to make sure you've got the right backing as well.
All my stickers. Put them in my hair.
You put them in
I
your
won't
hair.
deny, I think this is my favourite quilt of the year.
It's beautiful.
It's so, so good.
Can you go back and play with the dog, please? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. We're working. Go on, I forget.
And what is so good with these, all of these middle blocks, so this is made up of 4 different blocks, and we'll go through a little demo now, but all of them go from dark to light,
Beautiful.
and then from light to dark. But you can alternate that. You don't have to do it that way. You could put from dark to, light to dark. But I wanted to have sort of a mini 3D effect in the middle.
Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. It looks like the most incredible sky.
It does, doesn't it? And I thought being the nice little sunset. And the good thing is you can choose how you put these down. You can put them down. I wanted to have, because the South African sunsets always have a one bright bit in the middle, because there's always a random cloud that catches that pink. And that was why, because when I showed this to someone, they're like, oh, that one's in the wrong place. I'm like, it's my quilt, leave me alone. But that's the whole thing on it all. But these gold dots in here just spark out so much joy.
It gives it that decadence. You see, now for me, I've finally got my new shutters. John,
I saw.
Very excited.
Oh, they're beautiful. Hello, Zoe.
I was chatting to one of my neighbours the other day, and she was admiring my new shutters, and I went, yeah, it's great, isn't it? It now means that when Jean underneath heats my house, it doesn't just go straight out the window.
Yeah.
And it took her a moment, and then she laughed because she got it. But the thing about it is, I can leave the top shutters open and then I can see the stars. We have the most incredible stars because we've got no light pollution at all. I can see
Cornwall for the
Jupiter,
stars.
I can see Mars, and it's just stunning. So I leave the 2 shutters open, the 2 bottom ones shut so I don't scare the neighbours, and so I can lie in bed and watch the stars. So Emily now and Freddie, we've got an app on our phone so that we can see which stars are where. It's just
that's cool.
Stunning. So we're learning all the different stars. Just brilliant. Zoe's loving the backing as well. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous quilt. So guys, if you want the fabric for that quilt, it is on the Natasha Makes page. It is under today's collection. Gemma is loading like a crazy person. She hasn't even got up yet, bless her. She's been too busy chained to her laptop loading everything. She's not in the warehouse today. It's too dangerous for her to drive. But Jane and Izzy are there. So they're getting everything out to the post today safely. Whether the post office will do their thing, I don't know.
The strike today.
Our end of the bargain. Yeah, but this is the last posting day to get everything delivered by Christmas.
I don't know how to get down the bottom of my hill.
I know, but we will get there.
What it is. Can't change it.
No, take your ukulele, please, back into the bedroom. We're not ukuleleing. It is too early for the ukulele. I've had to hide the recorder. Is that bad? It's my recorder. I've had it.
Who gives drum sets for Christmas? Because we'll never have children, so it's fine. I don't know.
Yeah, no one's ever going to get back at you. Yeah.
But then the parent normally gets a bottle of gin. So
my ex-husband used to do this to his sister. She is now getting her own back. With every loud thing, but actually the recorder was mine. And I picked it up. So we found it when we moved, and Emily's got it. She's like, "Mummy, can I play this?" I was like, "I wonder if I can still play. I can still remember all the songs I learned at her age." So, yeah, I just don't want to annoy all the neighbours. That's the thing. Right, all of these are on the website www.natashamakes.com. If you click on the link for today's show, we will be uploading the show later. At least it's not the violin, right, Di? Yes, yes, yes. Debbie's like, ha! I so remember the joys. Yeah, well-meaning people giving you instruments. Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. I've become Joyce Grenville, Natasha. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. It's not you that has to listen to the endless made-up songs on the ukulele that's just strum on one string.
We don't have ukuleles in South Africa.
It could be arranged. I could send one. It's pink.
Doesn't bother me. I don't have a child, so you can sing what you like.
I'm going to send it to Andrew for days that you annoy him, and he'll just sit there strumming one string on the ukulele. What, you lost, John?
I'm looking for my picture of my pattern.
Oh, yeah,
so shall we do a very quick demo on how we make this quilt? Because obviously I'm hoping you will buy the pattern. You are going to get the pattern, and there will be pictures and lots of tables and diagrams. The tables have been quadruple checked, okay? Quadruple checked. Everything has been quadruple checked. We have cut out each one and laid it all out, and it looks fine. So fingers crossed. Now, one thing to always just remember, you will see in the table that it will tell you to cut from dark to light. Now, when you get your piece of fabric, and of course, I've just realized I don't have a piece of fabric here. That's helpful. The fabric, there we go. So if Tash, if you can hold that from selvage to fold, perfect. Can you fold it? Can you fold it on the center fold? Perfect. Now, this is how you're going to get your piece. Iron it, get it all flat. So the dark side, you will see in the table, there is a description of cut from the dark side first. So what I did was I cut the selvage as close as I dare on the selvage, and then start all the things in the left-hand side of your table, you start cutting on the dark side. Now, in some instances, like this one, you've only got 2 cuts. So you can see I've kept the dark here, and I've had the light here. So you can tell as I go like that, you can see the ombre along the quilt. So that would be for block 1. And now watch this, because you're going to sew block 1 and 2 exactly the same. So this will be block 1. Close your eyes, close your eyes. That'll be block 2. So it's really simple. You can leave everything folded like that when you cut them, and you cut block 1 and 2, and then block 1 and 2 as well, using the same pieces. So that is going to be how you'll cut it. I'm not giving you the measurements because you could buy the pattern, please. It's so beautiful, buy the pattern. We don't buy patterns very often, but when we do, they've got to be beautiful. And then when you're in a situation where you've got 3, I cut this one first, having cut the selvage off, and then I cut this one next. And the reason being is I wanted to have that the huge extreme between the dark and the light, get it as much as possible. So you had about ½ an inch difference, or ¼ of an inch difference, and that's when I cut the middle bit out. So you can see exactly the same thing, dark to light. This is block 1. That is block 2. So I know it sounds complicated in the pattern when you read it, but if you see the visual of just doing it that way, you're sewing blocks 1 and 2 identically, 3 and 4 identically. All you're using is different colors and different sizes as you go across the table. So that is what you got to do. It's that simple. Hello, Emily. Good.
I think she sneezed and wiped her face across my back.
Oh, motherhood is so special. There's always mucus involved. So that is how we do it. And now you'll see that I have not done the top 3 lines over here, but then you quite simply, when you finish blocks 1 and 2, sorry, 1 and 3, you then put the navy square.
So
and
this is straight line sewing?
Straight line sewing.
It's just
honestly, this is
the fabric.
It is really the simplest quilt to sew. It is, you are going to need to read the pattern first. It's really important. I don't do this with a lot of patterns, but the fabric is so beautiful. The cutting is complicated, but if you just take time, read it, check you know what you're doing, and if you don't, email me, call me, I will help you. But it's important that we just take the time to make sure, because the cutting is the most complicated thing, but you get such a gorgeous thing of beauty. It's honestly and truly, once you understand how to cut the first 2, you're absolutely fine. And just remember, you're cutting from dark to light twice for each one.
Perfect.
And you can just tell that works so beautifully all the way along. Many of you have seen my video on Saturday night. The person who wrote the pattern did it dark, dark, light, light, dark, 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 and had to unpick the entire quilt. It was really annoying. And then I made 2 of these blocks instead of block 3 and 4, because that's block 3, okay? And that's block 4. So you can tell.
Nice.
But you can tell how easy it is to sew these the wrong way round. So I would say to you, if and when you do make this, lay everything out, keep it in the order as you're going along. And just always remember, all the lights are on one side, all the darks are on one side. And it's not, unfortunately, as simple as when you make number 3 and you do it the wrong way around, you just turn it around, because it doesn't work. You've just got to take your time and pay attention when you're doing it.
Perfect. Perfect. Gorgeous. Julius has been there, done that. My daughter plays sax and clarinet and went on to get a music degree. Well worth the pain for her future. Yeah. Julius,
it's hard to see that in the moment, isn't it?
Get your hands out of my top. Your hands are cold. I am not your hot water bottle. I am not.
My husband says that to me all the time.
Such a little grunt on cue this morning. Oh, Claire's found us. We're here, Claire. We're always here. One way or another, we will be here. Morning, Sue. Emily, can you go and be with your brother, please? No, this is work time. Go on. And then we'll make Christmas cards. I'm going to see Grandma Barry, because we've got to take them some vegetables.
So what I meant by laying it out is, you can see what I've done here. This block I finished, and I lay them out so that they all meet together, that I know that when I'm sewing this bit onto here, I literally just take it there and sew it on.
Nice.
And as if by magic,
Ah, look.
I've got to do some sewing. We've set it all up.
Di says I deserve a treble gold star. Yeah, it's just called multitasking. Emily was asking me what multitasking was the other day. I'm like, it's life, darling. It's just life. Morning, Janet. Just morning. Lovely to see you both.
Hello, hello.
So we've got the strips, straight line sewing. Cutting is the most important thing with the pattern. If you've got the pattern, then you've got how to sew it. You've got all of those cutting diagram as well, or the placement. You've got it all in there in that pattern. The kits are ready for you on the Natasha Makes website. Ready to go. Morning, Ginny. Johnny, you're not.
Oh, sorry. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Sorry, Tash?
I was just asking if sorry, I got distracted by this one. No pinning.
Have you what?
No pinning.
Never.
I'm just going for it. No, okay, just checking.
Never. Now, again, I've laid this all out. Don't do what I did. Lay it next to each other and check you've got it right, and then you put them on there. Now, pressing, you will notice what I did is I sewed all of these together, each block together, and then I put them on the ironing board. And what I did is I pressed one way and one the other way, so that way they nest beautifully when you try and sew these all together.
Very gorgeous. Morning, Ginny. Lizzie. Mabel. She's here. She had to have her first bath yesterday. For she was a stink hound.
Oh.
So she's
you know what it's like when you do something and you need... Why is it whenever you're in the middle of doing something that you shouldn't really have any issues with, because people will then think you don't know what you're doing? Your needle unbraids itself.
It's fine. People know that we don't know what I'm doing, don't they? Hey, hey, are you having a good look out the window?
For faking it till you make it, eh?
Oh, Claire gave her teachers at school and they love them.
I will say this was a really quick quilt once you'd cut everything and got everything ready. A really quick quilt to make.
That is the way. If you've got a stripology ruler, then your actual cutting.
Sorry, my sew machine's louder than you.
Right.
Apologies.
Oh, Ginny's a Cocker Spaniel, loves the water. Maybe it was because it was clean and warm and did not smell of disgusting.
Which means the next one, I'm going to sew from light to dark. Okay, that's important because every time we do any form of straight line sewing, you will notice if you keep sewing in the same direction, your fabric bows, and you definitely do not want your fabric bowing when you're using such amazing fabrics. You want to take every precaution to just make it as beautiful as possible.
Beautiful.
Now, out of the kit that you're going to get, just to let you know a little inside trade and thing, outside of the backing fabric, you'll actually be able to make 2 of these quilts out of the kits because you're doing long quarters, aren't you?
Yes.
So you'll be able to make 2 of these, but you will need to order more black. I don't have the same black. I've got black from Macau, which is a different color. Who knew black was different?
Ooh.
So when you are using different black, just bear in mind that that is something that'll happen, but you've got enough in this kit to make 2 of these quilts.
Okay.
Ask me how I know.
Yeah. Good job. Good job. Excellent.
Thank goodness, because I was making so much of a mess of the last one. And anybody who thinks the pattern is too hard, and even I made errors, I was sewing it at 2:30, 3:30 in the morning, which is when you shouldn't be sewing, and that is when you make mistakes.
Says, greetings.
Not that the pattern is hard at all, I promise.
Oh, Anne's lost a second. Come back. Carol.
We've got one more to go and this block is finished. So you can see how quickly it comes together as you're doing it. And we're just going to pretend that I haven't half sewn it on. We're just going to pretend this back bit doesn't end. But you can see how quickly it goes. We've only got one more to go on. And we did that from light to dark. So this one's going to go from dark to light. Check that we got that the right way around, and I do. So this is going from dark to light. Nest everything up beautifully.
Good job. Oh, we like a bit of nesting. It does mean you don't always have to pin, doesn't it, if you nest it?
Well, I've never been a big pinner. Which is why my quilts aren't as accurate and gorgeous as that there lovely Jane Alcock. How is the Jane? She got into work okay today?
Yeah, there was nothing on the roads for her, no snow, no nothing. That's it, Izzy. So they are there today, sorting out the post office. Our lovely post office is a shop as well as a post office, and they are primed and ready to receive and get the process ready to go. Morning, Jan. She's morning, lovely people. Oh no, lovely people. Morning. John, what is the fabric you've used to bind, please? Ooh, yeah. Good question.
I can't remember. I think it was Alison Glass. I think it might have been Art Theory.
It does look like an Alison Glass.
It is really pretty.
Very.
Now, we're at that point where I have a problem in that I don't have the same black over here to put on there. So what you would do is you'd press this and then put your side panel on, and you put your top bit on as well. So it'll be this. You put your top panel and your side panels on, and you'd be ready to go.
Gorgeous.
And then just as simply as sewing all 4 blocks together with your sashing and your little cornerstones in, and you're done.
How much of the black did you use?
All of it. Literally, I've got that much left.
So if you look at the kits and you want to double up the amount that you make,
I'd get another meter.
You can always add in.
Yeah.
Morning, Robin. She's 11 down under. Morning. Oh, I guess afternoon. It's Monday evening, isn't it, down under? Yes. Hello.
But yeah, I think the kits, I know people always bulk at the price of kits at times, but the prices here are so reasonable, and the fact that you're actually going to get 2 out of the 1 kit just by buying an extra meter. Exactly. Well. And you just get an extra meter or 2. The black you'll always use. And I have to say, for a backing, even though I used a different backing in black would be amazing. Yeah.
So here's the thing, right? With the discount, if you added in another meter of your black, you've still got a discount over the price that the one quilt should cost you. It is all on the Natasha Makes website. It is all there for you, along with all the goodies. Remember the 3 codes that we've got. If you're going for the felt, for the beautiful, beautiful House of Zander kits, which make lovely gifts, by the way, whether they're made or gifted just as a kit, then NM15 felt, that's your code for that. If you want 10% off the bolt ends, have a look through. You might find sashings for there. You might find fabrics that you want to back these quilts. That's why we do the bolt ends. They're fabrics that aren't the big sort of hero fabrics that we have for, like the really big ones. They're the smaller ones, the ditzies, that work so much better for backing. It's 2 meters of black in the kit.
So in the kit, we did have a little bit left over. I do think 1 meter should do you, but for the sake of a couple of pounds, get 1.5 meters.
Yeah, it's not a lot, is it?
And we're always going to use black fabric.
The bolt ends, when they're gone, because they just are what we have left of those.
And please don't buy them all, because I've got 1 or 2 in my basket and I want them because the prices are so ridiculously cheap. I want them.
Extra 10 bolt gives you 10% off the already discounted price. Can't say fairer than that. And then if you want 15% off haberdashery, then NM15 haberdashery. You can only use 1 code at a time. We cannot combine the postage if you've put in more than 1 order.
But with the prices being what they are, do 3 transactions, you're still saving with the postage.
You really are. And so just go for it. But I mean, it might be that you've got your eye on a bolt end. Now is the time to back your quilts. If you are rushing to get those last quilts done, get your backing. If you've got projects for next year, Get your bolt ends now. Morning, Sylv. Popping in to say hi. Very busy at work. We've got snow in London too. Oh, it doesn't often snow in that there London, does
Can
it?
I just say, in the middle of the night last night, I did a live feed showing this quilt, but I was so excited because I don't get to see snow. So I know all of you who've grown up in the UK or cold climates, grow up and you're like, oh God, it's snowing again. And I'm like, oh my God, it's snowing! I'm like a
Captain
25-year-old running outside with my tongue open going, da, 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 da.
I'll just send you out with Captain Small to enjoy the snow.
Ridiculous. I think I'm more excited about it than Emily would be.
I don't know. I don't know. Freddie's quite excited too. So do make the most of all the codes. Do take a look at John's quilt because it's stunning and it is kitted for you at Natasha Makes as well.
But it's kitted that you can do too.
Yes.
Except for the backing.
We will.
Honestly, I don't underestimate this enough. It is my favourite quilt of 2022. Seriously. Honestly, the best one I've made in 2022.
Oh, Vicky says it's still me too, John. She says, I love the snow, says Vicky.
It's good.
Absolutely gorgeous. Right. I will get Gemma to load these by the half metre so that you know that if it's bought, you will get a continuous length of these Kaufmans.
Will you let me know later who wins?
Now, bearing in mind, it'll be me. Bearing in mind, these should be Kaufman normally retails, and we always discount Kaufman anyway. We never put it up at. It should retail at over £10 a half metre Kaufman. It's ridiculous, but we always subsidise it anyway because I think that's just too much. But these should go out at the same. But I am heavily discounting these because I think they're really beautiful. And
gorgeous. Really lovely.
Yes. So watch out on the website for those. I'll let you know. I'll put a link on Facebook when they are live. But also, hi Lo. Oh, Nana Lo, as we're now going to call her.
Emily, did you see my little friend?
Penguin.
Oh, he's fabulous, isn't he?
Boom, 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 boom. It's from our yard, Bob.
He's fab, isn't he?
Wait.
He's not a pig. He's a
penguin.
He's a penguin. Yeah. So he said her daughter had to run around, in the snow before she did her online lesson, and now she's outside like a lunatic because the rest of her work can't be done at any time.
Don't you be mean about my Ava. She is fabulous. You do not stunt her creativity. She likes to play in the snow. Leave her be. Just make sure she's got hot chocolate when she comes in. I love Ava. She is the most amazing young sewer. She's fabulous. I love her to bits.
Oh, Lo is getting the moho ready to escape for the whole of Christmas. And yes, she's loving.
Where are you going to go? Where are you going to go that there is no Christmas?
I think she's going, and I'm not sure that she's going to be non-ing this Christmas because baby won't remember.
Right with you.
But this is the last one that she can sort of non-er.
Just say, as a constructive feedback for myself, Liberty chair looks amazing. The macrame presents look amazing. The bolted black fabric. And this pile of rubbish here, which I didn't realise was there. All the tack of stuff of, we'll deal with that later, is now gotten so big, it's almost as tall as the lamp. So I'm just going to do
move
that.
Across there. Then we'll enjoy
so
that
apologies for that.
Yeah.
Lessons learned if we do this again. But my rug looks amazing.
It does look amazing. Enjoying it hugely. I forgot to put my lights on the Christmas tree and we're decorating that later. We can only have a little Christmas tree. We haven't got space. Plus we have a dog, so I'm not putting it on the floor at all. So it's whatever I can put on the side. Excellent. Oh, Lo's going to Scotland. Fabulous.
Oh, I love Scotland.
Beautiful. John, have we missed anything off?
Recap on the pin cushions. They're amazing.
Here they are. If you would like the kit, it should be $14.99. I've put it down at $9.99. So you're basically getting the instructions for free in with that today. So it does come with full instructions, everything that you need. Smells amazing. And so just a nice little giftable. And actually trying to get hold of the walnut shells, it's not easy. It's not easily done. But it is just a nice little project for you to do as and when you've got a little bit of spare time over Christmas. John's quilt, up on the website. Take a look, natashamakes.com. We will try and get this loaded onto YouTube as soon as we can. Oh, Lo says, thank you very much for a lovely gift. My absolute pleasure, Lo. Very, very exciting. And also, if we're talking gifts, I haven't seen Geraldine on, but she sent me the most stunning housewarming gift. Absolutely stunning.
Lizzie Crangle ended up getting roses off her man for her birthday. Happy birthday. I did wish you a happy birthday. But
Happy
Lizzie,
birthday.
tell John Valentine's Day is not far off. He needs to remember.
It was Lizzie, wasn't it, with Valentine's? we will have that as a public service for John. So yeah, I think that is pretty much everything. Guys, stay home, stay safe, stay sewing.
It's Melville. It's my little zebra in the fireplace.
Love your zebras. They're just fabulous.
Love it.
Right, as for tomorrow.
Play it by ear, see where you are.
Yeah, if I can get out, I will. It's not looking likely as we're now forecast snow. I'm not sure how many times I can do this morning.
Look, the thing we need to remember as well, every single person in the country only wants to support you and it's only going to help. It's about your safety, and you driving on Cornwall roads in this weather is not help. It's not even a conversation. Everybody enjoys the fluidity of this and everybody will make it work. So don't stress about it.
What we might do is switch my show and Jane's show round.
There you go.
If Jane can get in safely tomorrow, then we might do that. We will find a way. There will be a show.
What's Emily got in her hand that looks like a ring? Looks like she was proposing to me.
Oh, you're proposing to John? Oh, he's already married. No, like that. No, we went to...
Emily, it's my 10-year wedding anniversary today, so I'd love to say yes, but I've already said yes. It is. I got married on 12th of December 2012 at 12 minutes past 12. 12 minutes past 12 in a 12-minute service.
Congratulations.
Where one is made from two.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Fabulous. I won't take any risks. No. Julia says today's worked really well. Thank you very much.
Oh, Julia, thank you. That's a lovely comment there because we were a little worried. We won't deny. All we can do is what we can do. It just means we don't.
Lizzie
also said it's a fab alternative. Wonderful.
Have all the fancy schmancy angles, but we do have dogs and children.
Emily, why does your brother not come on?
Because he's playing Minecraft.
Okay.
Yeah.
Distracted.
If anybody ever watches Motherland, the
Thank you all.
Christmas special is hilarious and very, very true with regards to Minecraft. Just saying.
Oh, thank you, Paula. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Zoe. Thank you, Jenny.
There we go.
Oh, Claire Angelina doesn't have snow in Norwich.
No, well, nobody does. I mean, we're special here today. Emily, what is the dog chewing? Is it yours?
No.
I love it. It's not Emily's, so she's not bothered.
It looks like it might be a bit of Mr. Potato Head. Could you go and get it, please?
A reminder. I can't deny it is so, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
You've got to, what are you going to bind it in? Where did that come from?
Paper.
Tash?
Paper just chewed it.
Right. I have a situation whereby I have part of a bowl that the dog is chewing. So I'm going to go and find out where the rest of that bowl that has clearly been broken is. And this again.
Tash.
Slightly more manic.
Tash. Would you like to see the little gift I got you?
Yes.
Okay. I'll send you pictures after. It'll help. I don't know how we're going to get it to you now. Send me your new address and I will post it to you.
Alrighty, everybody. You stay safe, stay home, stay sewing. We'll see you tomorrow, 10 o'clock.
Have fun.
Yeah, on the Book of Faces. Thank you so much, John. Take care,
Anytime.
everybody.
Bye, love. Bye. Bye, Emily.